Hi everybody. Thanks for coming to my sewing room. It has been quite a day. Just one of those crazy busy, like so much going on and trying to keep it all straight and figure out what has to be done tomorrow and the next day, the next day, the next day. And finally this evening I was like, you know what? We have got to sew this Gaudy turkey thing. Sorry, I'm trying to grab a piece of that fabric. And here's the other problem with this fabric, because a bunch of you saw me hold it up a few weeks ago, is there's no real, it's very hard to tell like where the lines are on this thing, like where to cut it. So, but I'm getting tired of seeing it sit on my dining room table while I keep passing it, trying to figure out what to do with it. So like this, see what I mean? Like the lines start moving. So I found one line across the bottom and then one kind of line across the top to kind of make it like a panel almost. So I thought, you know what, let's just try this. We're just gonna try it. I gotta get out of my office today. I needed to just, anyway. So I thought I would come and hang out with you guys. Don't forget, like and subscribe to the channel. Oh, and we're probably going to do a live, I think maybe this Sunday. I think maybe we'll do a live, a Facebook live, a YouTube live. Lord. A YouTube live this Sunday. So keep your eye out for that. To all of you that have been asking. I put the table back on. Okay, so we got the table on now. Yeah. Which is actually perfect. Because, and I think it was Becky that suggested, hey, your table. Because this thing is big. So what I did was I cut out what I kind of thought was a panel. It's like a panel and a piece. I don't know. And then I put a really pretty colored, you'll see it at the end, a really pretty color backing on it and tried to figure out like where the lines were to sew on all this stuff. So I kind of cut and pinned as best as I could. Clipped. Oh, I have to remember that I can't lean on that table. But I got too much backing here. Batting. So let's just trim that out. Okay. And then we'll chit chat for a little bit and see where it takes us. Then I gotta go get supper on and all the stuff that the evening brings. Okay, so there's a weird, if you can see here, like there's my brain is fried today. The scrap piece, the edge there. And oh, I did manage to get it on the same side. But the weird thing about the backing is they printed all the way through the edge. So it made it a little bit weird. So I'm going to sew, because this thing is a little bit odd, I'm going to sew. I didn't cut it off because I really couldn't see it that well. So I'm just going to sew. I thought this was kind of probably not monumental to anyone but me. I'm going to sew just kind of right along that edge and pray to the good Lord that it all works out. So I'm going to tilt you down. So, put the foot down. I hope I got all this right. Sometimes you are putting stuff together and it doesn't, I don't know. Oh, I know what the problem is. The first problem is I can't see anything. Oh, you look nice. Hey, what are you working on? Put a picture on the Facebook page. Facebook page, the link is in the description. It's in the description. It's in the description. The description, the comments, to this, to that. Too much. Okay, I'm gonna fold this up a little bit so that I don't knock you off the table. Oh my gosh, on the Facebook page last week, Becky, I think it's Becky Morton, had posted a picture of a really adorable Thomas the Tank Engine quilt that she had made. So cute! I've got a bunch of stuff coming down. I've got a bunch of stuff coming down without having a lot of pressure on myself to have a bunch of stuff coming down. But I'm working on some Christmassy stuff, some Christmas projects that you could do. This is totally fly by the seat of my pants. I have this piece of fabric. Let's just, whatever. That's all this is. It's basically going to probably go, it's basically probably going to go on my island. I'll probably put it on the dining room table for now. But on Thanksgiving Day, I think I'll put it on the island, if it's not hideous, and then do like cheese and crackers on that. Yeah, I know it's called a char whatever board. We're putting the cheese and crackers and chips and dip. We're big chips and dip people. We're pretty simple people here, and it's not going to be a huge crowd of people. It's just going to be. I don't know why I'm sewing so slow. My God. Stitch, stitch, stitch. Okay. So I'm trying to kind of stay on that line there, you know, that edge where the bolt ends, the rough edge, so that when I fold it, you're not staring at that obnoxious, you know, white. So I was going to, speaking of pressure, not that we were, but God, I hope this is straight. This is kind of one of those times when I don't know. I'm sure it'll be fine because it's, you know, there's so much going on along that edge. But by the same token, I'm not really using like a seam mark, you know, like a 1/4 inch or a 1/2 inch. I'm just kind of winging it because I'm trying to capture all of that in there and stay straight at the same time. The one thing I will say, this is not sponsored by the way, but I'm open to the possibility. On the Baby Lock, and I don't know, I'm sure other machines have it too, is it's got this little laser light thing that you can shine down. And so when I'm sewing, I have no idea if you're going to be able to see that. There's a little red line right there, and you can turn it on and off. See, that's off. That's on. And so if you're sewing, depending on what you're sewing, if it acts kind of as it's a guide, you know, you can see, especially if you've got stuff marked, if you have stuff marked with like that Frixon pen or whatever, you know, you can follow the line, or if you're going around, I use it on those petals, even though it's not straight, it's still like I can see where I'm going ahead of the stitch. It's totally amazing. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. I love this thing. Absolutely love it. It was a Valentine's gift from my sweet husband. And, okay, one more stitch. And in 2020. And so the timing was perfect because I got this in February, and in March we went into lockdown for, I don't think you're supposed to say what it was. That sickness that we all were afraid of, that we all got, whatever, in 2020. And so I had plenty to keep me occupied. Now this is the side that's going to be a real potential dumpster fire. So I'm going to leave that on, but I have no guide along the bottom. I don't have that edge. God, why can I not remember what the name is? Salvage edge. Salvage edge. My grandmother is rolling over in her grave right now that I couldn't remember that. Anyway, so probably should have drawn something on here, huh? Yeah. Oh well. We're going for it. We're in. We're too far in now. I mean, we're not really too far in, but I'm too far in. And I'm just going to sew it. I'm going. Ready? It's going to say close your eyes. But I don't think that that would be helpful in this situation. Anybody else do that? Stick your tongue out while you're sewing? As if it is some sort of a guide. Little compass for yours. Like nothing will go wrong if you have your tongue out. Okay, I think we're doing okay. So far. The only thing I'm trying to do is the bottom cut on the panel, on the turkey, on the Gaudy turkeys, was a little bit... Okay, I'm going to be honest. I missed. Like, my rotary cutter went off to the side a little bit, and so it kind of cut into the panel. I'm telling you, and I say it each time because I don't want anybody to come for me in the comments, but... Sorry. What happened? Oh, I think this wasn't tight. I didn't have the little thingies turned down. Sorry. I'm sorry. I tell you what. You couldn't write this stuff. You really couldn't. If you were doing a show and someone was paying you money. You absolutely could not write this stuff. Now I don't even remember what I was talking about. Oh, because I cut into the panel. I don't know if you ever do that. Like you're cutting along your ruler and then all of a sudden, I don't know what happens. It's like I have some sort of a tremor or something and the stupid rotary cutter, like goes in a little bit. Yeah, so I got this jag down there that I don't know. I don't know. Look, I don't know. You can keep asking me what happened, but I don't know. Okay, now we're going to go back a little bit because we overshot the runway down here. Because I got another salvage edge on this end. Oh my God. And now I got you watching me. Hell. Okay. It's just that this thing is big. What do you think is going to happen when I put the petals quilt on here to quilt the whole top? Yeah. I'm going to need a camera crew so I won't have to put the camera on the thing. Okay. All right. Now, you serious? Okay. Now we got a guide again. So at least this side will be straight. Needle back down. Foot on the thingy. Oh, and I know a bunch of you have asked a couple times now, and I've just been trying to find, and I keep forgetting to mention it. So the Christmas tree behind me, over there, I can't move you right now. Well, I could just stop sewing, but I don't know how to stop sewing. The Christmas tree. So I found the pattern. Ha! And I also found, I think, almost enough fabric to make another one. So I'm going to try and do another one, or at least have the stuff cut, and we can kind of assemble part of it. Oh, my shoulder. On an episode, hopefully sometime before Christmas. Wouldn't that be nice? Okay, now I'm going to fold this part over a little bit because I'm running out of room. Okay? Okay, clip out. Now, I think I'm going to go just a clip more because, oh my God, I went too far and went right over the edge. Okay, wherever it is now, that's where we're going to sew. Okay, I'm gonna, in just a second, let's get this straightened out. Okay, I'm going to, stop and leave myself an opening here in a minute. Sewed into the clip. Okay. So we're not going to have, I don't think we're going to have enough time. We'll see. I'm not going to have enough time to quilt it. I'm going to go around. I'll show you when I flip this over. But I'm probably just going to do a little bit of an outline on the turkeys. And then to quilt it, and that's probably going to be about what we do for the quilting. I think maybe if you've done one of these before, maybe leave me a comment, something like this. If you've done something like this that really wasn't a pattern, it was just kind of a throw it together thing for a panel or whatever, where you were sewing with a not so straight edge. I'm thinking I should have drawn around it, right? And given myself like a guideline, because then I could have put the laser on the guideline. It would have made it, but my table is a mess because I've got these flowers that I have to finish quilting so I can finish the daisy quilt. And I just really didn't, it was kind of a last minute thing that I came in here today. I mean, I was going to come in here tomorrow. Okay, now I'm going to trim a little bit off the edges. Just, please try not to fall off the table again. Drunken sailor. Okay. Just because I think if I don't, it's just going to be a little bit too bulky. And there's like random, you know, it's not really squared up nicely. So, what are you doing? Or what are you working on, I should say. I mean, not that I'm not interested in what you're doing, but you don't have to tell me what you're doing. You don't have to tell me what you're working on either, but I thought it would be fun to know. Let me know what you're working on in the comments. We finally figured out the posting stuff and where that has to go. That took us long enough, but the Facebook page link is in the comments. I mean, in the description. And so now you can go and actually leave pictures. And somebody was commenting that you can't leave videos. I don't think you can. Yeah, I think I know for a fact you can't leave videos on Facebook, but that's okay. You can still put pictures up. You put pictures up of what you're working on. I'm trying to cut fast so you're not just sitting there thinking you're going to learn something here today and just watching some woman cut with scissors. Okay. Oh, gosh. Ah. This is the kind of thing that I don't even remember now why I bought this fabric. It's a pretty big departure for me. But while I was trying to find a backing fabric for this, I came across a bunch of other fabrics that I have in my stash that I'm so in love with. But again, I bought such small pieces that I don't even know if I have enough. And now I'm trying to find a fabric pattern that will work with it because I don't really have enough. You know, I don't have enough for like a mainline project. Okay, let's find where we left it open. Ready? Get this baby turned. What the heck? Oh my God. Did I sew it? Oh no, there it is. Okay. The other reason that I was like, let's just sew this thing, is because some days, do you just feel like, you know what, maybe I just shouldn't go in the sewing room. Some days I feel like I shouldn't be left alone, but that's a whole other conversation. I sewed the backing on the wrong side. How did I even do that? How did I even do that? Oh my gosh. That's okay. It's all right. We'll figure it out. I don't know what we're gonna figure out other than taking it out. I mean, it doesn't look bad. It's not like a fabric that, it just had these little white or kind of creamish little hash marks, almost like X's or crosses kind of thing. And it was just kind of cute. I mean, it's very plain. Oh, here, I have the rest of it. See, this is the backing. And this is what we ended up with. You can just barely see the white through there because I sewed the wrong side out. That's what I did. Last week, I poked a hole in the corner, and this week, and I was saying to myself, you know, make sure that the channel doesn't become that all your videos aren't about you being a dunce when it comes to sewing or to quilting. You don't want, like, it's not really supposed to be like a slapstick, you know. And yet, here we are. Here we go. Yep. But, all that being said, let's see if you can see it. So it's about, I don't know, 48 inches or so. And it's really, I'll try and have Steve take some pictures and we'll put the pictures on Instagram. But it's not really anything fancy, right? But it's got, I know one of the things I liked about it was this little flower bouquet and then the turkey, and that's basically the repeat is turkey, flower bouquet, turkey, flower bouquet. And it's got great colors and it's different. You know, it's a little bit more wild. So what I think I'm going to do, and then this is the back. This is the back. And this is supposed to be the back. But I'll be honest with you, because I don't know, I don't think this is going to be something that's going to be like, you know, handed down to generations for Thanksgiving counters for their cheese and crackers. I'm probably not going to take it out. Because it's just a faint, you know, and the other reason I used this type of a fabric and this color was, one, it matched perfectly. I don't even know how I did that. But I thought if I take it out there and it looks horrible, like these turkey things are just like, ugh, then I'll just flip it over and use the brown side. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this episode, because I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you go sew something today. Go on, go grab something. Any project will do. Anything. Make yourself a charcuterie, cheese and cracker, chips and dip, oversized mat for your counter. Or make some placemats, because that's always where I default. My husband was like, no, please, God, stop sewing placemats. I know. Or a pillowcase or whatever. Go sew something. Go take 5 minutes and just be in your sewing room or your sewing space or your dining room table or wherever it is. And please remember, only a 1/4 inch seam. Thanks for coming to my sewing room. Have a great week, and we'll see you on Sunday. Bye. So first, we're going to take